It's Wednesday morning. Let's try this again. It's a little after 11. Yeah, well, it's a lot after 11. I have a change of plans. First, I was going to do baby bunnies because we've been doing that for months, and I'm not done with baby bunnies. Good Lord. They are, 6 weeks old? My wave B, I call it, my second wave. My first wave is well into teenagerhood, working on adulthood. Several have moved on to new homes with village elders. I'm so excited. Yes. Not only do I have less to feed, thank God, but I also have a few more empty cages, so I was able to maneuver not people, but the rabbits around, give them their space that they need. And now I'm looking at wave 2, my wave B. They're growing up 6 weeks. It's only a few more weeks, and they're going to need their own digs too. Many of those are my chocolated goodies, and they're getting ready to go too. You bet. Yep. Reno. And I've been busy, you guys. If you want to look on my website under shop, I added all my tie-dye t-shirts there. And I don't know if you can see behind me. I have which way should I look? I have a bunch of white ones. I just realized as I was labeling things and putting them up on the rack, I only have a few extra large. So I've got some extra large washed and ready for me to start doing my designing and tie-dyeing. And I also got another package of large because those things seem to be popular too, those 2 sizes. So yeah, I'll be filling the racks probably within the next week or 2. But if you see any tie-dye for the summer, at least for the next month or so leading up to convention, I have all my tie-dyes marked at 50% off. Use the coupon code tie-dye, TIEDYE. Yeah, I'll put it in the description below so you don't miss it. Get you a tie-dye shirt. They're pretty cool. I'm really, 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 really proud of them. I've been doing those for a few years now. I started it with my chestnut COD because we all love color. God. And of course it goes with my passion of colored giant Angoras. So here we go. We're getting on the wave again. I'm making more. And instead of doing baby bunnies, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about sanctions. Holy cow, because that's what I've been doing all morning. God. Oh, but another little heads up I wanted to give you guys, if you haven't noticed yet, but at Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival, I'll put the link in the description below. On their website, they have their courses and classes posted on their website for open enrollment. And guess who's teaching one of those classes? Yes, I am. It's kind of cool. I did last year, and I had a hoot, and I'm doing it again this year. This year's topic is sorting and grading Angora wool for the market and mill runs. It was very evident over the years that a lot of people, even the experienced Angora people, do not know how to sort their Angora into different categories. And Karen and I, when we were well into Sinfully Soft, it was obvious that we wanted to make more yarn than the Angoras that we had in our own barns. So we were like talking to other people. It's like, well, how about if we create a wool supplier program? And I've had numerous people supply wool, and only a small handful have submitted wool that we could use that was appropriate. And it's not their fault. I'm thinking half glass, half full, right? They just don't know. So I'm like getting off the pot, and I'm going to teach a class, not only at OFF, but I'm going to have a certification. So if you take the class, and I hope to enroll or move this into also an online course. So if you want to learn how to do this, if you can't show up in Albany, which is October 30th is our class, a little bit later, it will be available online too. And I will incorporate a certification process. So if you go through the course and pass the test, I don't know what the test will be. I think there'll be a physical submission so I can verify that, yes, you've been listening, you know what you're doing, and I'll send you a certification. And the reason for that is over a year ago, I was talking to a young lady that has a mill, and it broke my heart because when I asked her about doing some Angora, she said, I will never do Angora again. She had this horrid story to tell me, and I'm like, oh my God, my heart sank. Well, we were across the aisle from each other at Barg and not Barg, Black Sheep Gathering. That's another wool festival. And so we had all weekend to kind of touch base off and on. We were busy in our vendor booths, but in between, I kept pestering her kind of in a friendly kind of way, I hope. Anyway, trying to find out what went wrong. So bottom line, I think the people just didn't know how to submit their wool. And it's not just Angora. That's all fiber. Some people think that their wool is special, and it is, but it may not be clean enough or prepared enough to send to the mill, or even prepared and to be able to properly sell on the open market. It's a huge competition out there. People are up in their game. We have better products. We have better animals. And our fiber needs to we need to raise the bar on our quality of our fiber too. And that, I think, can be fixed with education. So there you go. Check out the class. It's going to be cool. I'm really excited. And if you are in the neighborhood in Albany, that same day, Miss Molly Galter, I got her. Miss Molly, she's teaching a class too. And this work is called Happy Hairy Hair Husbandry. That's a lot of H's. That's cute. I love it, Molly. That's pretty cool. But it's all about taking care of your rabbits and the husbandry behind it. There are so many things to discuss. And Molly's been doing this kind of thing for a long, long time. I remember when I first started in Angoras, she was into the German Angora world. And I went to several of their meetings and sharing parties, and I loved it. Actually, it was because of ARBA, the German association, is how I learned how to sort my own wool, how I learned how to prepare it for a mill. So a lot of the things I'm teaching in my course is stuff I've learned from ARBA. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization. And Molly, she's such a sweetheart. I think she's going to be fabulous. So if you're in the neighborhood, I strongly suggest taking both our courses. It's going to be great. I'm looking here. Molly is Friday morning, 9 to noon. That's October 30th. And guess what? Mine's Friday afternoon. You have an hour for lunch, and then you can jump in my course at 1 to 4. I couldn't turn off my notification. So if you guys are hearing this beep, that's my phone. Anyway, to get on with this, sanctions. I'm not going to go in too deep because there's a lot going on here with sanctions. And what's the deal with sanctions anyway? Why is it important? It's not the end of the world, but it is pretty important to a lot of us that are really into showing. And from my perspective, what I've learned over the years, when I was first starting, I couldn't find giants. So I was looking on the ARBA website, ARBA, Net. They have all the shows listed, and you can search by category, by district, by state, and it's pretty cool. I could find shows that were kind of near me. Nothing's really close to me, but I could find shows and start attending them and kind of learn, see who's out there. Well, and then I found NARBC, NARBC, the National Angora Rabbit Club. Well, God, that was all about Angoras. And sanctions, there's 2 sanctions here for a show. One is the ARBA sanction. That gives it purpose. You're not a real show unless you have an ARBA sanction. You got to get an ARBA sanction number. Gotta. And there's time constraints here too, just FYI. You need to purchase it minimally 30 days ahead of time. You can purchase it less than that, but it's going to cost you. Yeah, so don't pay more than you have to. So as soon as you know you're going to host a show, you need to have an ARBA sanction. And then here we go with the other one, the Angora breed sanctions. Once you get the ARBA sanction number, you can purchase the NARBC. You can't do the NARBC, which is the Angora breed sanctions, until you have the first one. They just won't give it to you. They want to make sure you're legal, you're doing it right. So you got to have that number first. You fill out this form, you send it to the address that's listed on the form. Deb is currently our NARBC chairperson, and she spits out another form back to you with the NARBC sanction number. So you have 2 sanction numbers. The first one, ARBA, basically means that it's a real show. It's sanctioned by ARBA. The second one is for the breed sanction number. And there's like 52. Is there 53 now? Well, more than 50 breeds of rabbits within ARBA. It's a lot. We have 4 fuzzy breeds, the Angoras, underneath the NARBC umbrella. That's the little bitty English Angora, the French Angora. You got it. The giant Angoras and the satin Angoras. There's 4. So if you buy the breed sanction, the Angora breed sanction, when you have the show, people do their showing, they're ranked, you get your show reports, and at the end of all that ruckus and all that fun, the show secretary will be sending out reports. They'll not only send you as the individual your show report through email, but they'll also be sending ARBA their report. They want to make sure that the show is done, it's completed, everything's done, blah, 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 everybody's happy, and everybody can go on their merry way. So that's another report. That's 2. Third one goes to NARBC, and they take those reports for their sweepstakes. And many, many breeds do this. They have a national breed club that tallies the sweepstake points at the end of every year. And NARBC, our year starts August 1st. So we just started. This is August. And it ends July 31st. So throughout the year, any show that has a NARBC sanction, those show reports get sent to NARBC people. And right now it's Alicia. She's been doing a fabulous job. Thank you, Alicia. She wears so many hats in our club. She does so much for us. And she's tallying all those points. So depending on how many shows, how well your rabbits did, how many rabbits attended, can go into all the calculations on how the points are calculated. Bottom line is the top rabbits are posted at the end of the year reporting. So Alicia has been kicking butt. You gotta be careful here. Doing her final reporting, getting everything calculated. So in each one of the 4 breeds, we have the top breeders for each breed and how many points they earned. And they just started this a few years ago. It's kind of fun. They have Rabbit of the Year award, which within all 4 breeds, how do those specific rabbits rank up? Who's the number 1 rabbit or number 1 giant English, French, satin of the entire year? Which one earned the most points? And it's pretty cool. And they not only do that for the open shows, but they also do it for the youth shows. So there's a lot of number crunching going on. Huge amount. Huge. And when I first started, what does this all mean, basically? To some, it doesn't mean diddly squat. I mean, because of our Angoras are pretty darn special without going to a show. They just sit and look beautiful, and we shear them every 3 to 4 months, and they give us wonderfully, beautifully soft wool, and we spin it into yarn. We felt it. We make all kinds of lovely things from it. So the sweepstake points may not mean diddly squat, but to some it does, and to me it does. And where it started is when I was in my search for a giant Angora years ago. God, there's so many websites, well, so few websites that I could search and find these people that I could get some stock from. And yeah, somebody turned me on to NARBC. And then I learned about the sweepstakes after I'd been to a few shows. And it's like, you know, those people that are ranked in the top 10 or so of the sweepstakes, they're serious breeders. They have seriously good stock to rank in the top 10 or whatever. They're very competitive, and they show a lot. And at that time, I thought that's what I wanted. Of course, I wanted the fiber and all that fun stuff too, right? Some people tell me you can't have it all, but I tell them, bullshit. I'm going to have to put a beep in there, I guess. I call bullshit on that, because you can have it all. And I have had it all. Yeah, so I've been ranking number 1 for a couple years now. I just got the word a few days ago that I'm number 1. And, you know, I was kind of running scared. There's some serious breeders out there now, especially in the Northwest. Renee, Hope. God, there's several of you girls that are making me work really hard. And I love it. It was no fun showing all by myself. But when I have competition and people that I can share stock with, we exchange things now. I just got a rabbit, and I'm bringing her to convention, that I got from a gal up north, that she got her rabbits from somebody else. But these good stock is starting to come back around to me. And it's like, I didn't have to breed it. I got it from... So it's starting to happen, that synergy. I love it. I got off track. I do that. I apologize. What do sanctions really mean? I don't know. It could mean a lot, or it could be absolutely nothing. But I do know for us serious breeders, and I include myself now because I've been doing it for several years, I do care. And we pay extra money. Our club pays extra money. We pay extra money by rabbit fees and going to all these shows. And when we get ranked pretty high there, it's very competitive there. And it does mean a lot. So having our numbers right means a lot. That's why a lot of people like Alicia and Jen did it before, and her sister did it before that. And God, there's many, many, many people that put their work into it. And Deb, she takes the sanctioned information. Andrea, she's been working on it off and on throughout the years. So it takes, am I overusing this word? It takes a village. I don't think I can overuse that word because it's a community. Oh my God, there's so much to it. And it can be very confusing. I'm the secretary for BARG. I have been for quite a few years. And that's why I'm not going to go into a lot of detail today. I'm going to keep this video kind of short, at least shorter. But I wanted to let you know that these sanctions do mean a lot to people. And in the next few days, I'm going to do, this is what I'm determined. I'm just going to take the time and do it. I'm going to go through my notes and explain about the sanctions in a lot more detail. Because we have a lot of new people showing. I was just watching our WhatsApp. BARG has a WhatsApp group, little chat thread, and I woke up this morning and there was a lot of threads, a lot of stuff. I'm like trying to get my copy and I'm trying to read. And there was a gal that's been showing for quite a while, and her son has been very active with their English Angoras, and I don't think they've got any points. They didn't know about it. So here you go. Education. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a little video later this week. I'm going to go through my notes and explain it in a lot more detail. Because there's a lot to it. And there's a lot of ways it can go wrong. And trust me, I'm the queen of that. I have, just this morning, that's another thing I've been fighting is, I haven't been fighting, but trying to work out some of the issues that I've been involved with sanctions. Oh my God. And you got to get it right. You got to get it right. So anyway, you guys, I hope you have a marvelous day, and thanks for listening to me rant. And if you're into tie-dye, where is it? There it is, right there. I have a bunch of bunny tie-dye shirts, and within a week or so, I should have a bunch more. If you're interested in learning more about how to sort your own wool and how to prep it for sale, or how to even go to prep it for a mill, stay tuned because that's coming too. And if you're in the neighborhood, Albany, Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival, we're going to do that too. It's not too late. You can sign up now. 2 really good courses. One by Molly on Friday morning on Happy Hairy Hair Husbandry. I love that. That's so cute. And the second one is in the afternoon, again on October 30th, starting at 1 to 4 in Albany, Oregon, at Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival. Yep, rabbit to mill. Sorting, grading Angora wool for the market and mill runs. And stay tuned in the next few days. I'm going to release a new video on sanctions. God, let's learn how to do this and do it better. Yeah, I think it'd be great. You guys have a great day. I think I am too. I'm going to find some more coffee and get with it. Have a good one.